So let us proceed from where we have stopped. Today we have a map reading from Kalu area, and I want us to be very keen on how we answer questions from map reading. This is a Kalu area. I think in the area you can see we have a lake. We have a lake somewhere known as Lake Polo. We have this is a railway line. We have a river Bear. We have this is a swamp. We have the Weta village. You can see these people here. We have maize, some settlement, Wallow market. We have the CR. What is this? CR is the counter assembly. We have the T, we have the forestry office. You can see also T, this is a high area. We have the mountain of 2,000 meters above sea level. The type of settlement, we have the Tamarket Road, the Maram Road. The town is here, Tume town. We have wheat farm, the shops, and there's a mountain of 1,400 meters. We have a lake. There is some features here known as salt evaporation pan. So which means Lake Polo, we don't have fishing here. The economic importance of this lake is mining. We have salt in the region. We have the town. Many times I've said that the town grows because of transport network, the road junction. You can see the town has grown because of that. We have a school here. We have a school somewhere there. This is also a school, the signs of a school. We have the T, we have the CC, I hope is the county commissioner, so the region. Also, we have the county government offices, the GO, the governance of. So we can say Kalu area is a county. You can see the county offices, the county governance here. We have the county commissioner as the senior most administrator in the town. We have the wheat farm. In fact, we can say the climate of this region is cool and wet. Since we have tea, the crop that it does only under the cool and wet climate. I want us to go through again the map. We have the high area is towards southwest. You can see the flow of the river. This is the source of the river. Then we have what we call a confluence, a point where two rivers meet. Is a confluence. We have a bridge. You can see how the course of the river. Then this is an estuary formed at the mouth of the river. When a river joins the lake or the ocean in one channel, we call it an estuary. Number two, we say that transport system under railway line under map reading. They always transport bulky goods. So if you can see what is happening here, there's something like this is a paper factory. So which means this is a planted forest. The softwood trees planted for commercial purposes. They transport what you call the tree logs from this region to the industry, the paper making industry for processing. You can see what is happening. This is a paper factory. It is here, paper factory. What else again? The map is complete. Yes, let's see. We have the title, of course. We have the frame. We have the key. We have the scale. We have the compass. So we can say the map is complete. Now we can answer the question number one. Which one of the following materials is likely to be transported along the rail line? We have a rail line here. We have said we have tree logs. Yeah, tree logs. These are bulk. Boys and girls, railway line transport, we transport bulky goods, bulk items. Can it be minerals, can it be timbers, can it be animals, to slaughtering houses. But now for this case, we have what we call the tree logs. The type of settlement pattern in a Kalu area, the settlement pattern, you can see. This settlement is nucleated. We say nucleated settlement, it is being influenced by economic activities. This is nucleated. You can see, this is, we have the market here, we have the maize farm here, the town is here, the shops are there, with the forest office. So it is being influenced by economic activities in the region. Densely, it is not densely. Linear, when linear, we say it is all along rivers, along roads. That's what we call linear settlement. The people in Weta village are likely to suffer from, where is Weta village? The Weta village, Weta, yeah, it is here. There is a swamp here. a swamp here. So these members are like to have what you call frequent floodings, drought, acute soil. It is waterborne diseases because it's a swamp, it is a stagnant water. They act as the mosquito site breeding. So we have the waterborne diseases. Which one of the following places is the highest altitude? The highest altitude is where the source of the river, and you can see the mountain of 2000. This mountain here is 1400. So this mountain, the southwestern side is the places of a high altitude. Also we have T. So we have the answers. The forest office, yes, you can see the forest office. It is here from the source of the river. Another question, which one of the following statements about the Lake Polo is correct? Lake Polo is correct. We have said it has an economic importance. We have the salt evaporation ponds, so it is used for mining. Let's take the answers. Source of the fish, no. Source of river, no. Source of minerals, of course, yes. Which one of the following economic activities is not carried out in Kalu area? Kalu area. We have the answer A. Do we have mining the region? Mining. We can go around and check maybe through the key. The mining. We have salt evaporation. Yes, mining is there. Trading activities, trading markets. Here you can see Wallow Market. We have the shops there, so we have market or trading. Livestock keeping. In fact, I've gone through the area. There is no livestock keeping, but we have what you call crop farming. Yes, we have wheat farm, and also we have the tea. So the answer here is livestock keeping is not an economic activity conducted in this region. This is question number 6. We go to question number 7. Yes. The most senior administrator in Kalu area in the map. We have the county commissioner, the governor, administrative county, then we have the chief. The governor is the head of the county. The county commissioner is the senior most administrator. Remember this. The county commissioner represents the interest of national government at the county level. The county commissioner again represents the interest of the national government at the county. And that's why in most cases when you visit the county commissioner office, any county commissioner in Kenya, among the 47 counties, when you go around all those 47 counties, the county commissioner's office, it is written the office of the president. Maybe we can use Nairobi County Commissioner, or the office of the president, Mombasa County Commissioner. So, and when you go to the office of the governor, is written the governor's office, maybe Kilifi County government. So the county commissioner represents the interest of the national government at the county level. And also we have these women known as the senators. The senators represents the interest of the county government at the national level. Remember, the senators, they sit under the legislative arm of government that has 2 houses, and we always say that Senate is the upper house and the National Assembly is the lower house as per the Constitution of Kenya, which was drafted and promulgated in 27th August of 2010. We conducted a referendum on 4th August, voting in for the changes, the amendment, introduction of the clauses that were very important in our constitution. So the referendum was conducted on 4th August 2010. Then it was officially promulgated by the late President Mwai Kcpe. So the county commissioner represents the interests of the national government at the county level. And the county commissioner is the senior most administrator at the county level. The governor is just the head of the county. And remember one thing, it is the county commissioner who is in charge of security at the county level. But the governor cannot command the county commissioner. Why? The governor is answerable to the people who elected him or her, but the county commissioner is answerable to the office of the president. The question number 8. Bantu settlement at Shungwaya area was disrupted by, remember, I have told my learners, wherever you hear the word Shungwaya, Shungwaya comes with the Bantus and the Gala attacks. The Gala are the Kushites. So at Shungwaya, the Bantus were displaced, were disrupted by the Gala people. So we have the Gala people in the region. The main contribution of fish farming in Kenya is that it has made use of dry lands. It has created a source of income. It has led to the growth of towns. It has also increased the fish for export. So among the answers given here, it has made use of dry land. This fish contribution in fish farming to the economy of Kenya has created a source of income, has led to the growth of towns, has increased the fish for export. In Kenya, we don't export fish. In fact, even fish eating in Kenya, it is not common among all communities in the country. Fish eating, it is not common in Kenya. So, and we don't produce in large quantities. Fish farming, it is done mainly to increase the income which is being sold at the domestic market, and also to increase food production in the nation. So the main contribution of fish farming in Kenya has created a source of income to the farmers, to the fishermen, and remember, in the domestic market, not internationally, because in Kenya we don't at all export fish. We depend, the country that is well known in grade 8, we have Japan, that produces the high amounts of fish from the marine. Below are characteristics of a hominid creature during the evolutionist theory. I've told all my learners all away that we are expected to have a question from Homo erectus or Homo habilis. The two of them must be tested. We have done so many questions from Homo erectus, so many questions from Homo habilis. They can ask you. You try to give the correct order from the Homo erectus, Homo habilis. No, from the Homo habilis, you go to Homo erectus, then you go to Homo sapiens, then Homo sapiens. You are being asked the Homo habilis meant what? The Homo habilis meant the able human beings. They were using the term to hold things tightly, the Homo habilis. We added the Homo erectus. Homo erectus, under Homo erectus, a lot of discovery was done. Number one, these men, or these hominids known as Homo erectus, they walked in an upright manner. So we can say they had an upright posture or an erect posture. Then the use of fire, they discovered fire, and also they discovered what we call speech. Remember, they were using tools made of stones, known as old-worn tools made of stones. Those were the Homo erectus. I'm saying old-worn tools. So the hominid creature described above is Homo erectus. They discovered fire, they had an upright posture, they discovered speech. The interaction between the Maasai and the Agikuyu people in pre-colonial period led to, remember, the Maasai were purely pastoral farmers. Those are the Nilotes who came from South Sudan, a place known as Bahal al-Ghazel. The Agikuyu is one of the tribes from the Bantu language group. They came from the central part of Africa, the DRC, or we can say they came from the Congo Basin or Congo-Cameroon border in the central part of Africa. So the interaction between the Maasai, number one, establishment of a new language, no. Increase of the war, no. Increase of the kingdom in their interior, no. Acquisition of the new trading items, yes, of course. They traded, the Maasai and the Agikuyu, they traded, they exchanged. The Agikuyu were purely farmers. They were exchanging what you call farm products. And the Maasai were purely pastoral farmers, exchanging the animal products. So that one led to the acquisition of new trading goods in the region. The climate region that has hot, dry summers, cool, wet winters. The climate is known as Mediterranean climate, or we can call it Maquias. The climate experiences hot and dry summers. We have cool and wet winters. I also tell my learners that the same climate, we have this kind of vegetations known as the shrubs. We call them aromatic shrubs. The likes of we have lavender, we have the thyme, we have the rosemary. They have the aromatic smell. So this was Mediterranean climate. In both kingdoms of Old Ghana and Buganda, the king was chosen by the leading headman, elected by the people, succeeded by a male relative, chosen by the council of elders. I remember we had what we call matrilineal succession, whereby the nephew, a nephew is a male relative, a nephew. This was a son to a sister of the king. The elder sister, the elder son of the elder sister to the king, the nephew, succeeded the king. That's what we call matrilineal. So the male relative succeeded these members, or the kings under the Buganda and the Old Ghana kingdom. The modern method of preserving fish, we have canning among those one given. We have canning, we have salting, we have sun drying, smoking. And we say that the most economical, the most cheapest is sun drying. Remember, in sun drying, we don't use even 1 shilling, even 1 cent. What we need is just sun drying them so that they can dry. Canning is the modern and the most expensive. Canning, the most expensive. Compared to what you call refrigeration, canning is the most expensive. The diagram below shows a volcanic mountain. You can see there's a crater. They can ask you some questions, and they will let us be ready to answer these questions. The first question is, which one of the following mountains was formed through the above process? The mountains. Ruwenzori is a block mountain, Longonot is a volcanic, Usambara is a block mountain, and the Pare, those are block mountains. Remember, Usambara and the Pare in Tanzania, block mountains. Ruwenzori in Uganda, the largest block mountain, or the largest non-volcanic mountain, Ruwenzori. The only block mountain with what you call snow at the top. So the question was, which one of the following mountains was formed through the above process? It is Longonot, since Ruwenzori, Usambara, and the Pare are block mountains. The main reason why the King Lewanika collaborated with the British was that he wanted support. Remember, the King Lewanika collaborated with the British also because he was advised by the friend known as the Chief Gama. Gama also advised him that collaborate, and he will be made a paramount chief. Apart from that, the Germans, the Portuguese had an interest to acquire the King Lewanika's territory because of the richness in terms of minerals. So he collaborated to get what he called protection against the Germans and also the Portuguese, as per the question, as per the answers given. Protection from the Germans and the Portuguese. Also remember, he was also convinced by the friend known as the Chief Gama of the Nkwata kingdom that once you collaborate, he will be made a paramount chief. And in fact, we saw that once this man collaborated, he was made a paramount chief. But he lost the kingdom, he lost his freedom, and the mining started in his own territory. The question number 17, direct democracy is practiced in our country when direct. Citizens elect members of parliament. Citizens support government decisions. Decisions are made by the parliament. Citizens are involved in decision making. Citizens elect members of parliament, and citizens are involved in decision making. The answer is citizens are being involved in decision making. That's what direct democracy. And even electing members of parliament, it is direct democracy. As for me, I can see 2 answers here. But now, once we have elected them, those members, when they make decisions on our behalf, that is what you call representative or parliamentary. But when you participate in an election, that is a direct democracy. When you participate involved in a decision making, it's a direct. So as for me, I'll take answer A, and answer D. They're all correct because citizens are being involved. Direct democracy. Citizens are elect members of parliament. Democracy. But after election, answer A, after election, these members now, they represent us by making rules by making proposals in National Assembly, in the respective houses, can it be the National Assembly, can it be the Senate, can it be the County Assembly, to represent the people who elected them. So citizens elect members of parliament, citizens are involved in decision making. As for me, the two answers are very correct. Which one of the following minerals is correctly matched with these end products? Petroleum, lubricants, yes. Gold, coins, no. Copper. Copper, glass, wire. Soda ash, glass. So the one is minerals done well is petroleum. That we do make what you call the lubricants. The best method of preventing soil erosion on hill cultivated areas, building up on monocropping, it is terracing farming. Terracing farming, simple like that. Planting grass, remember this is the reduce of things like splash erosion. Children are not supported to undergo harmful traditional processes because the practices are not important. They can fail to. Children are not supposed to undergo harmful traditional practices because practices are not important. They can fail in schools. They abuse human rights. The answer is D. Like circumcision, initiation of girls, female genital mutilation, it is abuse of human rights. The official in a school management committee who ensures that the school funds are used properly is the treasurer, the chairperson. We have the sponsor. The head teacher is the chief accountant of the school. And it is the work of the head teacher to ensure that the funds given by the government are well utilized. The same head teacher keeps school records. The chief accountant of the school, the chief administrator, and the person who keeps the school records is the head teacher. So the answer was supposed to be the policy of assimilation was used in Senegal during the colonial period in order to make Africans adopt French culture, no. Enable Africans to collaborate, no. Reduce the cost of administration. That is the answer. Question number 22. Assimilation was used purposely, boys and girls, listening and watching to reduce the cost of administration. Make Africans aware of their rights? No. A person wishing to vie for the seat in the National Assembly in Kenya should have a university degree? No. Be employed by government? No. Be employed by the government? Two answers? No. A member of a ruling party? No. In fact, as for me, no answer here. A person wishing to vie for a seat in the National Assembly in Kenya should have a university degree? Not necessary. Be employed by government? No. Be a member of a ruling party? No. In fact, the question number 2, 3, there is no answer in this question. No answer in that question. We go to question number 24. The marriage system that allows marriage up to 4 wives. We have the civil marriage conducted by all officiated by the government officer. The civil marriage is also polygamous. Islamic, conducted by a religious leader in a mosque, allows polygamy, has a limited number of wives, up to 4. So we have Islamic. Christianity, it is purely monogamous. Does not allow divorce. Under any circumstance. Does not Christianity. It is the monogamous marriage plus the Hindu also. But the Christianity, they does not allow divorce. So a marriage system that allows marrying up to 4 wives, we have the Islamic marriage. Which one of the following was the least reason why Europeans wanted to colonize Africa? Mainly, they came to look for the raw materials, answer B, you can see. Look for the raw materials. Then they wanted to establish a market for their goods. They wanted to settle a surplus population. They wanted to buy slaves in Africa. No, the answer C was not. It is a least one. Majorly, they came for raw materials, they came for the markets, they came for the surplus population, places where they can invest. Others came for adventure, but they wanted to buy slaves in Africa. That one was a least reason why Europeans wanted to colonize Africa. Remember one thing, when they say they were least, it's like they does not exist. In fact, it's next to nothing. The main reason for the construction of the Kariba Dam, the dam was done along River Zambezi. Remember Zambezi and Zambia, we have what you call copper mining in Zambia. and we needed what you call cheap electricity. They were importing what you call coal from South Africa. Importing coal from South Africa was very, very costly, so they saw that it was good for them, the two countries, Zambia and Zimbabwe, to come up with a project known as the Kariba Dam project, so that they can produce what you call, they can have what you call electricity to expand industries in the region. So Kariba Dam, we had what you call, to generate what you call electricity. Water for irrigation, we had Aswan High Dam along River Nile. Yes, we have Tana in Kenya, electricity, Volta in Ghana, electricity. Which one of the following prehistorical site is correctly merged with the country it is found? Prehistorical site and the country. Magosi is found in Uganda. This one is very correct. Beninch is found in Tanzania, Olivai Gorge in Tanzania, and Omo in Ethiopia. So, we have two answers here. Magosi in Uganda and Olivai Gorge in Tanzania. I think answer A and C very correct. Peninch is found in Tanzania, and the Omo is found in Ethiopia. Use the map of Eastern Africa below and answer questions 28 to 31. We can see River Nile. This is Eastern Africa, River Nile. We have Eritrea. We have a southern lake here. We have the Somalia, Kenya. We have the Turkana, Uganda, South Sudan, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. A question comes like this. Which one of the following communities is found in the area marked X? The area marked X, where is X? This is Turkana region. We have the Turkana, Pokomo, Luo, Meru, the Turkana. Good. Which one of the following statements about the country marked L is false? So is L? Ethiopia. Some areas in the country are dry. Of course, yes. Good. It is a landlocked country. You can see it does not have what you call the coastal region. It is being surrounded. We have Eritrea here. This is Djibouti, Somalia. So it is being enclosed. It is a landlocked country. It doesn't have what you call the coastal region. It was colonized by the Italians. It was not colonized. Two countries in Africa. We have Ethiopia and Liberia. They were not colonized. Ethiopia, we had what you call the Menelik II. Menelik II, who organized the members in Ethiopia to resist against the invasion of Italians. The so-called the Battle of Adowa of 1936. So it was not colonized. Produces coffee in large quantities, of course, yes, from Kaf region, the Kaf region, and the Harar region in Ethiopia. Kenyans raised the national flag in order to promote good relationship with other countries, show respect to the... Yes, of course. There was a question somewhere that why do we stand alert? Why do we stand attention when the flag is being raised in Kenya? We say it is showing respect. Not because it has 4 colors, it's a symbol of nationality. No. Has what you call it is respect, and that's why we stand alert. We be alert during the days of the flag is being raised. So that now question number 30, we had respect to the country. Question number 31. Which one of the following groups is made up of communities found in Central Africa? We have the Dinga, we have the Luo, Acholi. These are found in South Sudan, the River Lake Nilotes. Fulani, Wolof, Teme, West Atlantic in West Africa. Pemba, they are found in Zambia, you can see here. Lozi, Zambia, Ovimbundu, Angola. Zulu, Sosa, Venda, South Africa. So the answer was supposed to be the Central Africa. We have Pemba, Lozi, and Ovimbundu. Which one of the following events took place in Kenya first? The Kikuyu Central Association was formed in 1924. Then the Kenya became a republic in 1964. Jomo Kenyatta became the first prime minister in 1963. And the Mau Mau War broke out. The Mau Mau War broke out. This one was 1952 when the state of emergency was declared by Sir Evelyn Baring, whereby the Mau Mau members were all arrested and they were sent into Kapenguria to serve some jail terms. So Which one came first? First, we had the Kcpe Central Session of 1924. It is important to practice family planning in order to, we are saying that reduce population in the country, enable the government to give services, reduce what you call rural-urban migration, improve the living standards. Remember, having so many kids, it is cumbersome, it is tiresome, because you struggle to provide the resources for the kids. So what do we do? Family planning, reduce population in the country, no. Enable the government to give services, no. In fact, the question is asking in an indirect way. Improve living standards, because when we have a manageable number, we try to live an improved life. Apart in the case of having instead of having what you call the so many kids that you cannot be able to provide. Which of the following lakes formed when flowing magma blocks a river? We have Lake Natron, Lake Kivu, Albert, Kivu again. The answer are two. We have Kivu and the Kivu as a magma. The He people were defeated by the Germans, mainly because they had a small army, they had weak leaders, they had inferior weapons, they were affected by they had inferior weapons. All Africans who resisted, by the end of the course, they were all defeated, simply because of the crude weapons that we were having compared to what the Europeans had. Below characteristics of vegetation zone in Africa: scattered thorny bushes, plants with thin, skinny, sticky, needle-like leaves, cacti and euphorbia. This is a desert vegetation, boys and girls, desert vegetation. The main role of the clan elders in traditional African society is to settle disputes. This is the main role. Lead people to the war, make a medicine, it is to settle disputes among members. The main work of the clan elders in traditional African communities is to settle disputes among the people. Which of the following types of industries existed in Eastern Africa before the colonial period? Paper making, cotton ginning. We have leather. It's leather processing, and it is leather processing because we were having items made of what? Of skin from animals. Skin from animals that made this industry to exist even from the pre-colonial period. The main reason why Kenyans should obey the laws of the country is that elections can be held frequently. Now, it makes all people equally. It promotes what you call urban rural migration. The country is able to develop. Of course, yes, the main reason why Kenya should obey the law. The country grows because when you obey the law, there is peace. When you obey the law, we have oneness. When you obey the law, we have what you call understanding. So the country grows. And also we spend less in terms of maybe employing the police officers. Africans in Kenya started the Mau Mau war because they wanted to get back their lost land, have more Africans in the legislative council, be allowed to form political parties and allowed to grow cash crops. The answer was to get back their land, and that's why Mau Mau was formed. They wanted the land to be taken back. Remember, it was formed first as a Fort Anak, a group of 40 members. Then later now it came to be known as the Mau Mau people. So they wanted their land back, the Mau Mau people. A diagram of rainfall. You can see this land. We have the warm moisture. This land. This is a near a large water body. Convection kind of rainfall. Which one of the following areas in Eastern Africa experiences the rainfall shown above? Ethiopian Highlands. If this place could have written Highlands, now we could have won this one. So we have Ethiopian Highlands, we have Lake Victoria Basin, Rift Valley region. The Central Highlands, the answer here is Lake Victoria Basin. This is near Lake Victoria, the lake or an ocean. I told the Maranas once this place is indicated land. That's near large water bodies. If it is indicated highland, then it's a relief region. The most appropriate action the government should take to promote natural forest in Kenya, the most appropriate: stop the use of timbers, educate the prices, reduce the price of paraffin, Educate people on the importance of forest. That is the most appropriate way. We have some members who are destroying the forest without knowing, but once they are being taught to understand the meaning and the importance of forestry, it is the most appropriate way the government should do in order to promote what we call forest in the country. Below a description of a certain community that came to Kenya before the colonial period, it is settled along the coast, intermarried with the Africans. It brought a new religion. These are the Arabs. The Arabs who came to Eastern Africa, they got married to the Bantus, the Swahili culture came, and also the Islamic religion also came to the coastal region of Kenya and Tanzania. Flower farmers are able to grow flowers in Eastern throughout the year, mainly because the flowers are sprayed regularly, the flowers are in high demand, the flowers are grown under the greenhouses. Remember, under the greenhouses, we can regulate what you call the temperatures in the greenhouse. So that's why the greenhouses are being used and they can produce flowers throughout the year in Earthlands. Which one of the following is a second need? This is a very simple question. Which of the following fishing method is used to catch fish in deep sea? We have net drifting, we have trolling, we have this is a basket method and harpooning method. The answer is a traditional. The best method in deep sea is trolling, and trolling. We also have what you call the long lining. It is being used where the deep sea is very, very rough, that can destroy the nets. Below requirements of growing a certain crop in Africa: moderate rainfall, fertile volcanic soil, dry and sunny period for harvesting, fairly flat land. This is coffee. Coffee needs a volcanic soil, not wheat, not cocoa, not sugarcane. Which one of the following is not an element of a good season? That's a very simple question. The different seasons on Earth are caused by, we said, is the rising of warm, moist, and all rotation of the different seasons on Earth are caused by reflection of winds, rotation of the Earth, rising and warming of the moist, rising and the falling of the sea, nothing like that. In fact, different seasons are being caused by revolution of the Earth, revolution of the Earth. The question number 50. Number 50, they say that which one of the following is the role of community around a school in promoting education? We say supervising teachers in school, no. Providing resources to the school, yes. Appointing the teacher, no. Providing the school with books. The answer is providing resources like land, we can have food, we can have water, playground to the school to make it a success. Petroleum products are transported by pipeline from Mombasa to Nairobi because the method is fast and cheap. It creates employment in the country, produces the great demand, produces the theft. The method is faster, and we also say it is the very convenient method of transportation. Which one of the following crops in Kenya is grown for export? It is always flowers. Sugarcane, maize, or no, sugar is flowers. Which one of the following African is correctly merged? Africans with the representatives in the Legislative Council in 1957. Now I want to show you something small here. How it was done. The coast. Remember, the Legico was founded in 1906 by 7 commissioners who were sent by the British colonial government. In 1907, then in 1909. The Legico appointed the first Asian member known as Albai Mullah Jivanji in 1909. In 1909, this man known as the first Asian, yes, non-European member, Mullah Albai Jivanji of 1909. Became the first Asian man in the Legico. Then later we had the first African now came in 1944, who was Eric Matthew. Then the second African was Benea Bolo Wanga. The Wanga became the first African minister in the colonial government in 1954. 1954. Then in 1957, we had the first elections in Kenya, whereby members in Legico, before 1957, the members was through nomination. Then we had an election in 1957, whereby members were elected as follows. The coastal region was under Ronald Ingala. Ukambani was under James David Muimi. The central Kenya was under David Bernard Mate. We had Norobe under Tom Mboya. The Rift Valley was under Daniel Moi. The North Nyanza was under Masinde Muriro. The Central Nyanza, Oginga Odinga. And the South Nyanza, we had Lawrence Oguda. Lawrence Oguda in Central Nyanza. Then, all these members in Legico, they came and they formed a certain organization known as African Elected Members Organization, IMO, which was being chaired by Oginga Odinga. Now, what was the question? This was question number it was question number 53. The question was, which one of the following Africans is correctly merged with the area he represented in the Legico of 1957 elections? Lawrence Oguda, we had Ukambani, we had James David Muimi, then Nyanza North, we had Masinde Muliro. The Central Kenya, we had Bernard Mathi, and South Nyanza, we had Lawrence Oguda. So the answer is Bernard Mathi, Central Kenya. Which one of the following towns in Kenya started as an agricultural collection center? We had Kisumu, Nairobi, Mombasa, and Thika. Kisumu started as a fishing port. Mombasa's trading center. Nairobi started as a railway building station. And Thika started as a collection center. Even as we speak, Thika is growing. A lot of industries because of the pineapple industries, processing industry. The best place to put pumps along a road is where the road passes near a school gate. Many vehicles use the road. Road is not tarmacked. Where the road is near the school gates, we need a lot of pumps so that the motorists and the pedestrian, the drivers to slow down, because we always have what we call learners in the school. Which one of the following groups consists of tourist attraction sites in Northern Africa? The gorillas and offsprings, we have the pyramids and sand beaches, waterfalls and river valleys, slaves market and the snow-capped mountains. In fact, we have the pyramids and the sand beaches. Which one of the following factors can cause a by-election in a constituency? Dissolution of parliament does not cause a by-election. Dissolution is done after a successful end of a term. After every 5 years, we go to a new by-election. So dissolution of parliament cannot lead to a by-election. It leads to what you call the new elections. Swearing in of a new president? No. Death of a member of parliament? Of course, yes. Which one of the following is not a symbol of national unity? It's a symbol. We have sports, we have currency, we have education. Others are factors, but the national flag is a symbol of national. Apart from the flag, we have the coat of arms, we have the public seal, all those are the national anthem. Which one of the following organs of the national defense protects Kenya from external attacks? We have the Kenya Navy. The Kenya Navy, it is under the KDF, the criminal, the DCI. We have the CID, we have the Administration Police of Maintaining Law and Order, and the Terrorist Police Unit. They capture the terrorists in the country. So the Kenya Navy, it is an arm under the KDF. Remember KDF, the Kenya Defense Forces, is under the Chief General. The Chief General. And in each arm, the Kenya Navy has a commander, the Kenya Air Force has a commander, and the Kenya Army has a commander. So the answer is the Kenya Navy. The Constitution of Kenya is important because it outlines the freedoms of the citizens. Kenyans voted for it. It was written by Kenyans. It ended colonial rule in Kenya. It outlines freedoms, the freedoms and the privileges and the rights of citizens in the nation. So that's question number 60. The importance of the Kenyan Constitution. And remember one thing, the Constitution of Kenya has 18 chapters. We can say 18 chapters, all 18 elements. From the first one, what you call the sovereignty of people and the supremacy of the Kenyan Constitution. We go to chapter number 2, the Republic of Kenya. Chapter number 3, we have the citizenship. Chapter number 4, highly tested, the Bill of Rights or Human Rights. Then we have chapter number 5, the use and the control of land. Chapter number 6, integrity. Chapter number 7, we have representation of people. Chapter number 8, executive. Chapter number 9, legislature. Number 10, we have what you call a judiciary. We go to 11, we have the devolution. We go up to 18, the transitional guideline of the Kenyan Constitution. For those few remarks, I want to congratulate all boys and girls who have been listening to me. Thank you for your contributions. And if there is any question, please be free. Post your question. Post your comments. Highly recommendable. You can also share with your friends in other platforms. We grow together in social study as we prepare learners for the final exams come the end of this year, 2022. May God bless you for listening to me. Have a nice afternoon, and let us meet later when God wills. Shalom, shalom, shalom.